Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stayed quiet because you were afraid to say the wrong word in English? Maybe you had the sentence in your mind, but your mouth just wouldn't move. Or maybe you spoke, but it didn't sound right. And then you felt shy, embarrassed, like maybe you should stop trying. But let me tell you something powerful. The best way to speak better English is to speak it, even with mistakes. Today, I'll show you why your mistakes are not your enemy. They are your power, so don't go anywhere. This video may change how you see your English forever. Chapter 1. Mistakes are proof. You're speaking. Let's start with something very important. Mistakes are not bad. They are not something to feel ashamed of. In fact, mistakes are proof that you are doing something. They are signs that you are trying. You can't make a speaking mistake if you're not speaking. That means, if you are making mistakes, you are already ahead of the people who are still silent. You are moving. You are learning. You are growing. But let me ask you, have you ever stopped yourself from speaking because you were afraid to say something wrong? Maybe you were in class, and the teacher asked a question, and you knew the answer. You felt it in your head. But then, your heart started to beat fast. Your mouth stayed closed. You were scared you might say the wrong thing. You were scared that people might laugh. So you stayed silent. And later, you felt sad. You thought, why didn't I speak? I knew the answer. That feeling is very common. Many English learners feel this way. And it's not your fault. You see, we grow up thinking that mistakes are bad. In school, if you make a mistake, you get a red mark. At work, if you make a mistake, people might correct you. On social media, people might even make fun of mistakes. So we learn to fear them. We think it's better to say nothing than to say something wrong. But that idea is wrong. In language learning, mistakes are not bad. They are necessary. They are how your brain grows. Let me tell you a true story. A few years ago, I met a learner named Mina. She had studied English for many years. She could read well. She could understand others. But she never spoke, not even one full sentence. One day, I asked her, "Why don't you speak in English?" She looked down and said, "I made a mistake once." I said, "He go to work," and everyone laughed. Since that day, I stopped talking. Can you imagine? One small mistake stopped her for 6 months. 6 months of silence. 6 months of fear. All because of one little grammar error. He go instead of he goes. But then something happened. One day she was at a store. The shopkeeper asked her, "Do you speak English?" And for some reason, maybe because she was tired of staying quiet, she said, "Yes, I speak. Not perfect, but I speak." That was it. The sentence was simple. It had a little mistake, but it was real. It was brave. And something inside her changed that day. She smiled. She felt proud. That small sentence broke 6 months of silence. It gave her power. I want you to remember this. Your voice doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be real. Let's try something together right now. I want you to say something out loud, even if you're alone, even if it feels strange. Just say this sentence with me. My English is not perfect, but I am speaking. Say it again. My English is not perfect, but I am speaking. One more time with a smile. My English is not perfect, but I am speaking. You just used your voice. You just made progress. Even if you made a mistake in pronunciation, that's okay. Because your mouth moved, your brain worked, your voice came out. That's what matters. You see, mistakes are like steps. Each time you speak and make a mistake, it's like taking a small step up a mountain. Maybe you trip, maybe you slip, but you are still climbing. The people who wait for perfect, they stay at the bottom. But you, with your real voice, with your brave sentences, you are going up, slowly, strongly, step by step. Let's think about this another way. Imagine two people. Person A knows 1,000 English words but is too scared to speak. Person B knows only 100 words but uses them every day. Who will improve faster? Who will become more fluent? The answer is simple. Person B. Because learning English is not about how many words you know. It's about how often you use them. So let's make a small promise together. Say this with me. I will not be afraid of mistakes. I will speak anyway. Again. I will not be afraid of mistakes. I will speak anyway. One more time. Louder. I will not be afraid of mistakes. I will speak anyway. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to grow. And every mistake you make is a seed of learning, a step forward, a sign that you are speaking, you are trying, you are alive in English. In the next chapter, we will go even deeper. We will learn from children, how they speak with freedom, how they laugh at their mistakes, and how you can learn to speak like that too, not with fear, but with joy. You don't want to miss it. Keep going. Your voice is just getting started. Chapter 2. How Children Learn and Why You Should. Let's look at something beautiful and powerful. How children learn to speak. Not just English, any language. Children are amazing learners. They don't read grammar books. They don't memorize rules. They don't ask, is this the past perfect tense? They just speak, freely, happily, without fear. And yes, they make many mistakes, but they keep going. That's the magic. That's the way we should learn too. Imagine a little boy. He's 3 years old. He wants to tell his mom something about his day. So he says, "Mommy, I go to the park." Did you hear that? He said goed instead of went. That's a mistake. But what does his mom do? Does she shout? Does she laugh? Number. She smiles. She understands. She responds. Maybe she gently repeats, "Oh, you went to the park?" But the conversation continues. The boy doesn't stop speaking. He doesn't feel bad. He keeps going. And slowly, over time, he learns to say, went. This is how the brain learns, by trying, guessing, repeating, correcting slowly. Children are not afraid of mistakes because no one tells them they should be. They feel safe, they feel supported, and so they learn fast. Their mouths move, their brains grow, they speak and speak and speak, wrong and right, until the right words come naturally. Now let's compare this with adults. When adults learn English, something changes. They don't speak like children. They worry. They wait. They think, is my grammar right? Will they laugh at me? Will I sound stupid? So they say nothing. They stay quiet, and their learning slows down. Why? Because they are not making mistakes. They are not speaking, and if you don't speak, your brain cannot grow. Let me tell you a story. I once worked with a man named Farid. He had been learning English for over 10 years. He could read difficult books. He understood movies, but he rarely spoke. One day I asked him, "Why don't you talk more?" He looked nervous and said, "I'm afraid I'll make a mistake and sound silly." So I said, "Let's play a game. No corrections. Just talk." He started with small sentences. He said, "He don't like tea." Now, that's not perfect grammar, but I didn't stop him. I smiled and said, "Oh, really? What does he like?" We kept talking. And guess what? After 5 minutes, he was smiling. After 10 minutes, he was relaxed. After 20 minutes, he said, "Wow, I can speak English. I didn't know I could." That day, Farid spoke more than he had spoken in a whole year. And yes, he made mistakes. But the conversation was real. It was alive. That's how learning happens. Here's something important I want you to remember. Your grammar mistake didn't break the world. It built a bridge. Say that with me. My grammar mistake didn't break the world. It built a bridge. Again, with a smile. It built a bridge. What kind of bridge? A bridge between you and the other person. A bridge made of real words, real effort, and real connection. You don't need perfect grammar to have a real conversation. You just need the courage to open your mouth and speak. The words might be wrong, the sentences might be messy, but if they come from your heart, they are beautiful. Let's do a small practice together. I'll say a sentence with a common mistake. You repeat it. Then I'll say the correct form. You repeat again. But remember, both are part of learning. Ready? Repeat. She don't like apples. Now repeat. She doesn't like apples. Again. She don't like apples. Now. She doesn't like apples. You see? You just made a mistake. You just fixed it. And you learned. No shame, no fear, just progress. Here's another one. Repeat. I eated breakfast. Now, I ate breakfast. Again. I eated breakfast. Now, I ate breakfast. You laughed, didn't you? That's good. That means you're relaxed. And when you're relaxed, your brain learns better. Just like a child. Children laugh when they say something funny or wrong. They don't feel bad. They feel free. And I want you to feel that same freedom. I want you to give yourself permission to be like a child when you speak English. Don't wait for perfection. Don't stop because of fear. Let your words come out, even if they wobble, even if they fall. Like a child learning to walk, you will stand strong. Let's say this together. Say it out loud with me. I am learning like a child. Again, I am learning like a child. One more time, with love in your voice. I am learning like a child. In the next chapter, we will learn how to keep speaking, even when it's not perfect. You will learn the power of speak now, fix later. This will change how you think about speaking English. But for now, remember, you don't need perfect grammar to build a connection. You need a real voice. And you already have that. Chapter 3. Speak now, fix later. Let's talk about something very powerful, something that can change your English forever. Speak now. Fix later. That means don't wait for the perfect word. Don't stop your sentence in the middle just to fix a small mistake. Just keep going. Keep speaking. Keep your words moving. That is how you grow. Many learners try to speak like they are writing an exam. They stop. They think. They correct every verb. They worry about tenses and articles. And because of that, they stop speaking. Their flow is gone. Their confidence drops. They feel stuck. But speaking is not like writing. It's not about perfect grammar. It's about real connection. Let's try something together. Say this sentence. I yesterday go shop. Buy apple. That's not perfect, right? But did you understand it? Yes. Do I understand you? Yes. You communicated. And that is the first goal. To speak, to express, to be understood. Later, you can sit down and say, okay, I want to improve that sentence. You think for a moment. You learn. You say, I went to the shop yesterday. I bought apples. And that's how you learn. Not before speaking, but after. Not in your head, but with your mouth. Here's the truth. If you wait for perfect, you wait forever. But if you speak now, you grow today. Let me tell you about a learner named Rafi. He loved English. He watched videos. He read books. But he never spoke. He told me, I want to speak correctly. I asked, how often do you speak English? He said, maybe once a week. Maybe. I said, let's change that. Speak every day. And don't stop to fix. Just talk. We'll fix it later. So we made a plan. Every morning, he recorded his voice for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. He said what he was doing, what he ate, how he felt. At first, the sentences were full of mistakes. I wake up, I make tea, I going to work. But he didn't stop. He didn't fix. He just spoke. After 1 week, I told him, now listen to your first recording. He did. His eyes went wide. Wow, he said. I didn't realize I improved. That's the top moment. That moment when a learner hears their own growth. Not by being perfect, but by being brave. Let's do something now. I want you to say a sentence. Any sentence. Don't worry if it's wrong. Just speak. Say something about your day. Maybe, today I drink tea. Weather is hot. I stay home. It's not perfect, but it's real. Say it. Out loud. Again. A little faster. Good. Now let's fix it together. Today I drank tea. The weather is hot. I stayed home. You just learned something. But more importantly, you just practiced something. You see, if you never speak the wrong sentence, you'll never learn the right one. The wrong sentence is your teacher. The mistake is your coach. It shows you what to fix, what to try next, what to repeat tomorrow. So here's a fun exercise you can do every day. Step 1. Speak for 1 minute about anything. Don't think too much. Just talk. Use the words you know. Step 2. Record your voice. Use your phone. Step 3. The next day, listen to it. Can you find one small mistake? Can you say that sentence better now? Try it. Say the new sentence. Record again. Day by day, you will build something strong. Not just knowledge, but confidence. Your voice will grow louder. Your words will feel more natural. You will start to trust yourself. Let's say a few simple sentences together now. Don't fix them yet. Just repeat after me. I go market yesterday. I eat rice and chicken. He not like movie. She sleep late. Now let's say them again, but better. I went to the market yesterday. I ate rice and chicken. He doesn't like the movie. She slept late. You just did something amazing. You spoke. You reflected. You improved. That's how real learning happens. That's how speaking becomes stronger. Say this with me now. I don't wait for perfect. I speak now. Again. I don't wait for perfect. I speak now. One more time with energy. I speak now. I grow today. You are not here to stay silent. You are here to use your voice, to make mistakes, to grow from them, to learn by doing. You are not a machine. You are a learner. And real learners speak. In the next chapter, we're going to laugh a little. We'll talk about the funny side of mistakes, why it's okay to sound silly sometimes, why laughing is one of the best ways to learn. It's going to be fun. So stay with me. Keep your smile ready, keep your voice warm, and always remember, speak now, fix later. Chapter 4. Laugh at your mistakes and learn faster. Now, let's talk about something surprising, something that will make your English journey easier, lighter, and more fun. Are you ready? Here it is. Laugh at your mistakes. Yes, laugh, smile, giggle. Enjoy them. Because when you do, something amazing happens. You learn faster, you remember more, and you feel less afraid to try again. You see, many learners think mistakes are something bad, something to hide, something to feel embarrassed about. But that's not true. Mistakes are natural, and when you make a funny one, don't feel ashamed. Feel happy. That means you're doing the work. That means your mouth is moving. That means your brain is learning. Let me tell you a story that still makes me smile. One day, a student of mine stood up in class and proudly said, "I'm boring." Everyone went quiet. She looked around, confused. Then someone said, "You mean you're bored?" She nodded. Yes, I'm bored." And then she laughed. We all laughed with her. It was a sweet moment. No one laughed at her. We laughed together because it was funny and real. And guess what? From that day on, she never made that mistake again. That's the secret. A mistake made with emotion, especially laughter, sticks in your memory. You don't forget it. You don't feel bad about it. You feel connected to it. And that makes it a beautiful moment, not a sad one. There's something powerful in this idea. If you can smile at your English mistake, you are truly learning. Say that with me. If I can smile at my English mistake, I am truly learning. Again, say it out loud. Let your smile come in. I am truly learning. Here's another story that always makes people laugh. A student was talking about his job. He said, "I sleep with my boss." You can imagine the room. Everyone froze. Then someone gently said, "You mean you work with your boss? He turned red. Then he burst out laughing. Yes, I work with my boss, not sleep. We all laughed. And guess what? He never made that mistake again. In fact, it became a joke. Every time he talked about work, he'd say, "Don't worry, I only work with my boss now." You see, mistakes can become joy. They can become your funny English memory, and funny memories are strong. Your brain remembers them, not because they were perfect, but because they were real, emotional, alive. So I want you to try something new today. Make a mistake diary. It's easy. Just take a small notebook or open a note on your phone. Every time you make a mistake while speaking, write it down. But not in a sad way. Write it with joy, with a smile. Add a little comment like, "Oops, I said he eated." Or, "I told my friend I have hungry. They laughed and gave me food anyway." Each week, read your diary. Don't feel bad. Feel proud. Each mistake in that book means you were speaking. You were trying. You were learning. That diary is not a list of errors. It is your story of progress. Let's do a little activity now. I'll say a few common funny mistakes. You repeat after me. Say them with a smile. Ready? I'm boring. I have 25 years old. I make my homework every night. He don't like pizza. I'm married since 5 years. Now let's fix them, together. I'm bored. I am 25 years old. I do my homework every night. He doesn't like pizza. I've been married for 5 years. Did you hear the difference? Did you feel the laugh in your chest? That's learning. That's growth. Sometimes I ask my students to tell their funniest English mistake. And you know what happens? Everyone starts smiling. Everyone starts talking. No one is afraid anymore. That's the power of laughter. It removes fear. It brings connection. It opens your voice. You are allowed to laugh. You are allowed to say the wrong thing. You are allowed to sound silly, because in those silly moments, your brain is learning. Your heart is opening. Your confidence is growing. Let's say this together now. Mistakes are funny. Mistakes are my teachers. I laugh and I learn. Good. Say it again. With joy. Mistakes are funny. Mistakes are my teachers. I laugh and I learn. In the next chapter, we will go even deeper. We will talk about what truly stops most learners, not grammar, not vocabulary, but the fear of being judged. You will learn how to feel safe with your voice. You will learn how to stop hiding and start speaking with courage. But for now, remember this. Your English journey doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be joyful, and sometimes a little funny. Chapter 5. The real fear is judgment, not grammar. Let's pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Put your hand on your heart. Because now we're going to talk about something very real, very deep, something that many English learners feel but don't always say out loud. It's not about grammar. It's not about vocabulary. It's about fear. The fear of being judged. The fear of looking foolish. The fear that someone will laugh when you speak. That fear is what truly keeps people silent. Have you ever felt that fear? Not because you didn't know the word, but because you were afraid of what people might think if you said it wrong? You're not alone. I want to tell you something gently, but clearly. This fear is more common than you think. It hides inside many learners, even learners who are smart, even learners who know a lot. They stay quiet, not because they don't know, but because they're afraid to be seen as wrong. But here's the truth. People are not laughing at your mistakes. They're inspired by your courage. Let me tell you about a woman named Arfa. She worked in a company where meetings were always in English. She understood what everyone said, but she never spoke, not even one sentence. She thought, if I speak and say it wrong, they will think I'm stupid. So she stayed silent. Every meeting, every day, just listening. One day, the manager asked a simple question. Does anyone have an idea? Arfa felt something in her chest. She had an idea, a good one. But her heart beat faster. Her hands felt cold. Still, she raised her hand. Everyone turned to look. She said, I am learn English, but I have idea. There was a pause. Then one of her teammates clapped. Another smiled. The manager said, please, go on. That one broken sentence, I am learn English, changed everything. She was not judged. She was celebrated because she tried, because she spoke. That's the top moment. That moment when fear becomes freedom. That moment when a voice breaks the silence and is met with kindness, not judgment. Let me ask you something. What if people are not judging you? What if they're waiting to hear your voice? What if your mistake is not a reason to laugh, but a reason to connect? You see, when you speak English as a learner, you are doing something very brave. You are using a second voice. You are stepping outside your comfort zone. That is not weakness. That is strength. That is power. Sometimes learners ask me, but what if they laugh? I say, then you smile and speak again. Because your voice is not for their amusement. Your voice is for your growth. Let's do a small activity. Say this sentence with me. I am learning. I am growing. I am not afraid. Say it again. I am learning. I am growing. I am not afraid. Now whisper it to yourself like a promise. I am not afraid. That sentence may seem small, but inside it's big. It's bold. It breaks the wall of fear that stops so many learners. I once had a very quiet student named Danish. He never spoke in class, always sitting in the back, always writing, but never talking. One day, I gave the class a small task. Say one sentence out loud, any sentence. When it was his turn, everyone went quiet. He stood up, looked at the floor, and said softly, I want speak better. He looked scared. But the moment he finished, someone clapped, then another, and then the whole class. No one laughed. They respected him. That one moment gave him the confidence to speak again the next day, and the next, and the next. That's the emotional spike of this chapter, knowing that your fear is real, but your courage is louder. So here's a small truth I want you to remember forever. The people who matter will not laugh. The people who laugh do not matter. Say that with me. The people who matter will not laugh. The people who laugh do not matter. Again, I speak for me. I speak to grow. I speak with courage. You are not here to impress. You are here to express. You are not here to speak perfect English. You are here to speak real English. English, your voice. Let's make a promise together. Say this. I will not let fear stop me. I will speak, even if I'm scared. I will speak, even if I make mistakes. I will speak because I want to grow. You are already strong. You are already learning. And now, you are becoming fearless. In the next chapter, we bring everything together. You'll learn how to make English part of your daily life. A simple daily practice that will keep your voice alive, your fear low, and your confidence high. So stay with me. Your journey is not over. It's just beginning. Chapter 6. Speak every day, even if it's wrong. This is the final chapter, and in many ways, it's the most important one, because now you know the truth. Your mistakes are not the problem. Your silence is. If you want to speak English better, you don't need more grammar books. You don't need long vocabulary lists. You need something very simple. You need to speak every day, even if it's wrong, even if it's messy, even if your words are not perfect. Just speak. Let me ask you something. How do people become better at cooking? By reading recipes? Number they cook. How do people become good at dancing? By watching videos? Number they dance. And how do you become good at speaking English? Not by only listening, not by only reading, but by speaking, by using your mouth. Every day. Now don't worry. I'm not asking you to give long speeches. I'm not saying you need to talk for 1 hour. I'm saying this. Make a small promise. Speak English for 3 minutes every day. Just 3 minutes. That's all. You can do it in the morning. You can do it in the evening. You can do it while brushing your teeth or while walking outside. 3 minutes of your voice. That's your new English habit. We call this the 3-minute speaking habit. It works like magic because it's simple and real. Here's how it works. You choose one moment of your day. Let's say the morning. You stand in front of a mirror or sit by your bed. You say something like, "Good morning. I am feeling sleepy. I will drink tea. Today I want to study English." That's it. You just spoke English. Or maybe at night you say, "Today I was busy. I worked a lot. I ate rice and chicken. I feel tired, but I feel proud. I spoke English today." These are not difficult sentences. They are not perfect, but they are yours. They are real. And every time you say them, your voice becomes stronger. Let me tell you about a young learner named Zane. He was very shy. He didn't like speaking in class. So I gave him this idea. Don't speak loudly, just whisper. Whisper your English sentences to yourself. He tried it. Every day, he whispered to his notebook, "I am eating now. My shoes are blue. Today is hot." And after 1 week, he said something beautiful. "I feel happy because I speak today." That's the top moment. That moment when a learner realizes they are speaking. They are not waiting. They are not silent. They are alive in the language. And here's something very important to remember. Fluency is not found in perfection. It's found in practice. Say that with me. Slowly. Fluency is not found in perfection. It's found in practice. Again, every word I say, even wrong, is one step closer to my voice. That is your truth now, your daily voice. Even if your grammar is not perfect, your habit is perfect. Even if your words are simple, your voice is strong, and that voice will grow, day by day, word by word. Now let's build your 3-minute plan together. Here's an example. Morning, 1 minute. Look in the mirror, smile, say how you feel. I feel good, I feel sleepy, I feel excited. Midday, 1 minute. Say what you are doing. I am working, I am walking, I am making lunch. Night, 1 minute. Say what you did today. I went to work, I ate with my family, I watched a video, I am learning English. And if you don't want to speak out loud, that's okay. You can whisper, or record your voice, or speak in your head while moving your mouth. The point is, use your mouth every day. Let's do it together now. Repeat after me. Today, I feel good. I will drink tea. I want to speak English. I will not be perfect, but I will speak. I am learning. I am trying. I am growing. Great job. You just completed your first 3-minute habit. Here's one more small idea. Create a calendar. Every day that you speak English, draw a smiley face on it. Make a chain of happy faces. 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. You'll see your progress. You'll feel your growth, and you'll stay motivated. Let me tell you this before we end. You have done something amazing. You listened, you practiced, you made mistakes, and you didn't stop. You learned to speak with joy, not fear. You learned to speak daily, not perfectly. This is the way forward, not once a week, not once a month, but a little every day. That's how fluency grows. That's how confidence grows. That's how you grow. So from this moment on, promise yourself, I will speak, even if it's wrong, even if I'm scared, even if it's small. That small voice will one day become strong.